So Jamal, pleasure having you on Plaantik. Let's just dive right into it. You grew up in Denmark. You were born 2 years before Denmark won the Euros in
Yeah.
1992. What was it like growing up in Denmark during that period? And who was your footballing hero while growing up?
The first one was Ronaldo, the original one, R9. And later it became Zidane. But in my young years, I was into especially Ronaldo and Romario, if you can remember him. Yeah, so those two, I really followed them. And as to the first question, you mentioned Denmark, they won the Euros in 92, and it was a big thing in Denmark. The next 10 years, football was on the highest in Denmark at the period. Everything became really professional. Money went up, sponsorship went up. All the youth people, they started playing football, so it was a huge thing for Denmark, and it had a big impact on Denmark.
And how did you get into football?
Football, I started to play in the streets. I used to play with two other guys. One of them plays in Turkey right now, and the other one, he don't play. And then I keep playing, and then I went into high school. There were so many footballers at my high school, like the one from Turkey, and the other one was Daniel Vaz. He plays in Valencia today. So yeah, when you're surrounded by people who's like you, you're likely to play football all the time. So that's how I got into it.
Are you still in touch with Daniel Vaz? Have you tried bringing?
We still live in the same. No, we still live in the same area as we grew up almost. Of course, he bought a bigger house now, and I bought a bigger house. But we both grew up in like a small project where there was a lot of crime and a lot of gangsters and stuff like that. So, but after we both earned good money, we kind of moved out of that neighborhood.
We heard this story about you getting shot 4 times as a boy in your neighborhood in Denmark.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that episode and how did it affect you as a person?
It happened after school. I was on my way home from school. I was about to meet my friends. We used to play indoor football, like futsal, every Friday. And on my way to that spot, I was walking with some of my other schoolmates, and some guy, he came ran us and by us, and he said, you need to go from this area. And we was like, no, we grew up here. It's our hood. It's our field. And then 1 minute later, I got shot and the other guys got shot. What happened was I got shot in the elbow, under my chest, and 2 times in the ribs. But I got a lot of attention because I had just signed my first contract at that time with FC Copenhagen, and at that time I was like one of the upcoming stars for the youth academy in Copenhagen. So the newspapers wrote about me and not my friends, which I see as was not good. They should also write about them. Why should they only write about me? As a person, I got, of course, I got really mad, angry, because you're in a good period in your life, and you're in a good age of your life, and everything is like when you're 15, 16 years old, and you go to college, and example, the girls, they like you have the football, you have the school, so everything is like in place in that time. For me, it was like that. So it was a very, very bad moment for me, and it affected me a lot. The first 4 or 5 months, I could not walk, I couldn't talk properly. And then when I came back, I saw the other footballers, the other teammates. They were ahead of me, and I had to come back and I had to work extra hard. I had to do extra practice. I have to do extra gym and stuff like that. So when you face adversity like that, you know, I think you become stronger, but when you're in the moment, you don't feel you become stronger. You just feel like everybody is ahead of you. But after you look back at it, you think, okay, I got stronger out of this, and how can I keep pushing myself to become something?
So why Bangladesh and why not Denmark? Was it a tough choice to make?
Yeah, it was a tough choice, but then again, it's my parents' country, so if I made a difference and I became something in Bangladesh, I think I would make them proud, even though they would say, you can just stay here in Denmark and live a safe life. One of the reasons why I chose Bangladesh was to make something, to become something actually in Bangladesh and be a name in Bangladesh. If I made a difference for like 5 million, there's 5 million people in Denmark and I can make a difference for 10 million in Bangladesh, then it would mean anything, everything for me. And also I have a lot of family also. So if I come and they see me, I can also make them proud, not only my parents, but I would make all my family proud, and also the Bangladesh people and the upcoming footballers. So I had that in mind when I came here.
So obviously adjusting to life in Bangladesh must have been difficult for you, right? What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced adjusting to life here?
The weather, I think. Denmark is cold compared to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh is very humid. So that was one of the big challenges for me. Also sometimes the food. Yeah, the food and the weather, I think.
And now obviously you're the captain of the national team.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels good. It's an amazing feeling.
Let's talk about Jamal Bhuyan as a person.
Yeah, okay.
You try to stay fit throughout the year. How do you do that? What's your routine?
The first thing I do, eat breakfast. No, I eat a small breakfast and then I go to the gym.
Right.
And I do a little bit of gym work, and then I come back, eat some more food, and then I sleep maybe 1 hour,
Right.
and then I prepare myself for the practice. But what is good to maintain is, the fitness level is always important when you're a professional athlete. So you have to always think about what to eat, what to drink, what to do, what not to do. There's a lot of times when I have vacations with my friends and they want to go out and have fun, I have to say no, because I know I have duties maybe after 1 or 2 weeks. So I have to take care of myself. I have to look after myself, because it's my job.
Yeah.
So if I lose that job, it means everything for me. So it's very important for me to, as I say, eat well, do the gym,
Yeah.
and go to bed early.
What about outside of football? How do you spend your time outside football?
When I have vacations, of course, I'm spending it with my family. We have a beautiful garden where I spend a lot of time with my mom.
Right.
And then sometimes my friends come over and we sit and talk about the old days, or we go somewhere to eat. So that's mostly what I do. I don't think I'm that like explosive guy outside the field, like
Right.
I want to do this, I want to do that. No, I'm more chillax person. I want to chill, just be comfortable. Of course, I'm another person when I play football. I'm the aggressive one. I'm the one who screams. I'm the one who tells people what to do. So I'm two different kinds of persons. When I'm home, I'm more relaxed.
Speaking of talking about the good old times, you were saying.
Yeah.
What do you miss the most about Denmark?
I think my friends.
Right.
Of course, when you come to a new country, you gonna have new friends, but your childhood friends will always be your childhood friends, and you will always click with your childhood friends, even if you haven't seen them for 2 or 3 years. You know, when you meet them, it's like, oh, what's up? You want to hang out, and you can do nothing with your childhood friends, and you still have a great time.
Yeah, true.
So that's what I miss most.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about Jamal Bhuyan as a player.
Yeah,
About
okay.
club and country.
Okay.
So we interviewed our former head coach Lodewijk de Cruyff a while back,
Yeah.
a few times actually, and we always spoke about bringing in foreign players from abroad.
Yeah.
You were the first to come through, right? So
Yeah.
what was your debut for Bangladesh like?
My first game was in Nepal. I think it was around 25,000-30,000 people. At that time, there was a lot of fans coming to our practice before the match and asking me questions about, do you think you're the right one to play for Bangladesh, and what is the Bangladeshi coaches saying, what is the Bangladeshi players saying? And in my head I was like, I play my game. We lost that match, but I remember it was a good match, a lot of intensity in that match, and it was a lot of the crowd was excited, so it was a good match for me.
Were you always a midfielder?
No, I was not always a midfielder. I played many positions: right back, right winger, number 10. I became a midfielder because I was aggressive, and I was I like to tackle. I like go into the fights. So the coach, he moved me into the middle of the field, and he said, go in there and do your thing.
Bangladesh football in general has gone through some changes in recent time.
Yeah.
For example, we have Jamie Day as our coach right now.
Yeah.
He's in charge and he's bringing new insights and methods into our game.
Yeah.
What has the experience been like under him, under Jamie Day, and what is he doing differently compared to the previous coaches?
Jamie has been a player before.
Yeah.
And you can see that when we have our practices going on, because sometimes he participate in the practice, which is very good for us, and he show us sometimes some like which pass to do, which pass not to do, where to stand and where not to stand, and talking about intelligent like clever footballers, how they think, and talk about a lot about that aspect. And then he's just telling you directly what he wants, instead of put it in a wardrobe and like hide it. He just tell you directly and said, I want this from you, I want this from you. If you can't give me that, I'm gonna take another player. And he's also different in the way that like he always asks you like, how are you feeling, everything good. He wants to know everything about you. Like if your cat is sick or something like that, he wants to know that, because he knows everything has an affection on you.
Yeah.
So that is, in that terms, he is very good, and he's very different. He's always smiling and he always making jokes. But at practice time, he's very serious and professional.
Right.
So moving to domestic football now for a bit.
Yeah.
Tell us about your club football journey so far, from initially joining Sheikh Jamal to then playing for Sheikh Russell and now being at Side Sporting. How has the club football scene evolved in the last 4 or 5 years?
Compared to when I came, I think there's more companies investing, more sponsorships, more better teams, better foreigners. So that's the big difference there is from when I started. When I started, there was maybe 2 or 3 teams, which was very good compared to all the other teams. Now there are 6 or 7 good teams who can compete with each other. So yeah, that's the big difference.
We recently found out who our qualification opponents are going to be for the 2022 World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Qatar must bring back many fond memories for you. India is going to be a tough opponent as well, but how do you look at our chances and how do you feel we're going to do in the tournament, in the qualifications?
It's a good group for us. I think we have good chances of qualifying for the next round. Of course, I think Qatar is the number one country right now in Asia. Is the best team because it just won the Asian Championship. So I think Qatar is number one, but I think we have a good chance to win. Also, as a captain, I have to believe in we have to win. Of course, I'm gonna be disappointed if we don't go through. Everybody who's a footballer or who's a supporter or fan of Bangladesh, they expect Bangladesh to go through.
Definitely.
So let's see what's gonna happen, but I have a strong feeling.
Yeah. We were drawn with Australia back in the last qualifiers, if you remember, obviously.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was it playing against the Socceroos, home and away?
It was a good experience, of course, but it was good to play against Premier League players at that time.
Tim Cahill and everyone.
Yeah, what is his name? Moy. Yeah, I played against them. Jedinak was also there,
Yeah.
so those guys were very good. It was a good experience for me and my team. But then again, like, it's all about winning, and of course I was disappointed. Maybe for someone it's a big experience, but after the game, as an athlete, you're disappointed when you lose a game. So it was a good experience, but at the same time you lose, so you don't think about the big names and stuff like that.
So this is a quick fire round.
Yeah, let's do
On
that.
top of your head. So the football club that you support.
Real Madrid.
Favorite player who doesn't play right now.
Zinedine Zidane.
Favorite player who plays right now.
Kante.
Oh wow, nice pick. I think I know the answer to this question, but let's still ask.
Okay.
Favorite goal that you scored.
You would say Qatar.
Yeah.
I would probably say the same.
For a Plaantik,
Yeah.
where do you place it? Do you go top right, Panenka, or just power it through the middle?
That's a secret. That's a secret.
Alright, we'll keep the secret then. If your house was burning down,
Yeah.
and you had to pick one jersey from your locker, which is the one jersey that you would pick and run?
The Bangladesh, the one I scored against Qatar.
Qatar,
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite Bangladeshi food?
Food I like is samosa.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Samosa, yeah.
Yeah.
And favorite Danish food?
Favorite Danish is called råbrød.
What is it?
It's a black bread.
Okay.
You don't have it in Bangladesh. No, it's only in Denmark.
Yeah, next time I go to Denmark,
Yeah.
I'll give you a bus. Yeah. Adidas or Nike?
Nike.
Alright. Favorite music artist or band?
I like Will Smith, even though he don't sing so much. I like his music. I like Michael Jackson.
Okay. Favorite football boots?
The ones I have right now. What's it called? Mercurial? Yeah, Mercurial. Yeah.
Okay. And finally, if you weren't a footballer,
Yeah.
what would Jamal Bhuyan be right now?
I would be I don't know. I never thought about that.
It was only football.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Fair enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We all go through ups and downs. What motivates you to keep going as a footballer and also as a person?
When you have a dream and you reach that dream, you're gonna have new dreams. So you always, me as a person, I always set new goals. When I reach a goal, I'm gonna have a new goal. For example, when I was not the captain in the Bangladesh team, I had a goal of becoming a captain one day, and then I reached that goal. And now my goal is to win as much as possible as being the captain. You always find new ways to motivate yourself. If you can't motivate yourself, you're gonna find it very hard to play soccer, to play football. Sorry.
Great. You recently said cricket may still be the #1 sport in Dhaka, but outside of Dhaka, football is the #1 sport. A lot of people may
Yeah.
not agree with that. What do you have to say to them?
Because I'm a football player, so when I play in the stadium in Dhaka, I don't see so many people as I see when I go outside of Dhaka. When I go outside of Dhaka, I see full stadiums compared to when I'm in Dhaka. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because when I go to Sylhet, Chittagong, whatever, I see full stadiums. And when I'm in Dhaka, I don't see so much a full stadium like outside of Dhaka. That's why I'm saying cricket is #1 in Dhaka.
Your parents are from Kishoreganj here. You do a lot of interesting work. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, we have a school in my home village, Kishoreganj. We have a local team. It's called Mohana Football Club. Then we have a mosque that we also built. Then my family have built bridges. The school is a public school. We also done. We have 2 schools in Kishoreganj. There's a road coming up in my village in Kishoreganj. It's gonna be called Jamal Bhuyan Road. So I'm very proud of that. Thanks to the MP in Kishoreganj for doing that. So in my own home village, I have a lot of things going on, supporting the local people, helping them out. Because yeah, of course, it's my parents' city, so it means a lot for me.
He once gave a very passionate press conference a few years ago about
Okay.
having a winning mentality. I'm not sure if you remember, but let me show you the video.
I only win. I'm not a loser, I'm a winner. I only
I was ball.
Any
Okay.
competition I go to, I want to win.
When you play for the national team and you concede 4 goals in one half, it's not good. It's not good. Second half was okay, we concede 1 goal, but 4 goals is not good. In this 1 year I have played in Bangladesh, I only win. I'm not a loser, I'm a winner. I only win. And I want that mentality to be in every other Bengali player. We're not a loser.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Do you think Bangladesh football still lacks that winning mentality?
Yeah, I said that at that time because, there was so much about the team and the questions was always about, you think you're gonna win, you're not gonna lose, but they are so much better than you and we don't think you can win and stuff like that. So when people are telling you you're not gonna win all the time, then eventually the players will think, oh, we're not gonna win. So you have to turn it around and tell people you can win, you can do it. So that's why I said, winning mentality is everything for me.
So what was it like commentating on La Liga with Joe Morrison and John Burridge? Is that a career path that we might see you taking after you hang up?
Maybe it could be. It was a good experience for me. I think I'm the first Bengali to do that. Go outside and be a pundit outside of Bangladesh. So it was a good experience for me, and it was a huge thing, not only for me but also for Bangladesh to have a person who participate in the Liga studio. So overall, it was very good for me, and I got good response for them as well. They want to hire me again for next season, and they actually called me a few times this season, but I didn't have time to go there because I had matches I had to play.
So when you eventually retire from the game, what do you want your legacy to be in Bangladesh football?
That people remember me as a good person, first of all. As a footballer, I want people to remember me for what I've done for the country, the footprint I have done, paved the way for other footballers, and also for the Bengalis who live outside of Bangladesh, that they can also play in Bangladesh. There's also an opportunity for them. And generally that even though when you have for example, myself, I was in the darkest corner one time, and if I can do it, come from nothing to become the national team captain of Bangladesh, then everybody can do it. But it takes a lot of hard work, So yeah, I think basically that's the most important thing with my legacy, that I can help somebody to become somebody.
Any parting thoughts, remarks, messages for football fans of Plaantik or football fans?
We have some upcoming games coming. I hope to the fans, to the supporters, that they will come and support us, especially when we play in the Bangabandhu Stadium. That's the most important thing, and keep calm and love football.
Thank you.